Hey, what is up guys? Today we're checking out the heavy new Friedman IR-X unit. Yay! 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 Hey, what is up guys? My name is Guillaume.
Hey, my name is Kris. Welcome to Thoman's Guitars and Basses.
Woo!
This is a Friedman kind of thing.
Yep.
Friedman just released the IR-X, which is their, dual tube preamp. I think that's the official name. It is exactly that. It's a 2-channel, 2-tube preamp with an IR loader and everything, and it has tons of features. We'll walk you through.
It is Friedman's ascent to world domination in absolutely every category of guitar gear unit. They have the big amps, they have the medium amps, they have the small amps, they have the baby amps, they have the pedals and the boards and the power supplies, and now, now they put it all in one box.
Pretty much.
Delivered in at your doorstep by us. Personally, this is this is the all-in-one 2-channel preamp tube power channel. So the whole preamp section is completely analog. It is warm and crunchy, and it's got the humph. All the guitar player words that you can use to describe that sound. I think, in my humble opinion, the right mix of that analog part with the best of the digital world as an IR loader, editor
software,
but also selectionable IRs per channel, which is...
That's French, right?
Selectionable. Selectionable. Oui, oui.
We'll do the first channel. Channel 1 gets selected by this foot switch, and the top row controls everything what is connected to the first channel. So you have boost, which you can turn on and off. You can set how much you want to boost that channel, volume, treble, middle, bass, and gain, plus 2 tiny little three-way toggle switches. This one changes the cab simulation, the IR. You have 3 options here in the pedal. You can change those, but honestly, they are so good that I do not feel like I would ever wanna, but that's the software for. You can swap and put your own IRs in there. That is gonna be the same for the second channel. We'll talk about that too. And then the other one is the bright switch. Okay.
That was very thick. Very thick. Okay, so, well, obviously you'll be the judge of the sounds. We like it, I think. I don't want to speak for you, but it sounds pretty decent. Up to now, we've been using the IR, so we've been running through a DI out into the monitors, into your ears. Later on, we'll be going through the effects return of an amp to give you the idea of what that pedal is going to sound like as a preamp, essentially. But the good thing is that it allows you to do all those things because it has an input, a 1/4 inch balanced out to go with the cab simulation into your interface, into your PA system, or whatever you want it to be. It also does MIDI, which is real nice. It's a MIDI in, so you can control different presets through a MIDI controller, another MIDI pedal or whatnot, and change your sounds directly through that. It takes 9 to 12 volts DC, which is cool because sometimes tube pedals can be tricky and take AC and this and that. Yeah. It is 9 to 12 volts DC, which will in terms sort of influence the amount of headroom you get. Like if you put a higher voltage through a pedal, it usually translates into a little bit more headroom. And it takes 800 milliamps, which might be a little tricky depending on your power supply, but you can get a current doubler for a couple of bucks, put that on your power supply to merge basically two outputs. And
two 400 milliamps and you're...
Exactly. Yeah. Size-wise, obviously there'll be a link in description, and in that description you'll find the exact measurements, but if you have any sort of dual overdrive goodness, such as this one, which is completely random.
What a surprise!
It is slightly bigger, of course, like as you'll see on the overhead, but not by a whole lot.
Yeah.
So it's still a fairly compact pedal that could find its place relatively easily on a pedal board and allow you to do all sorts of goodness with it.
It has IRs, which you can also select. So it's not just limited to a certain cab simulation, whether you like it or not. It's what you have. You have options. The onboard ones, especially the first and the second, are amazing. I love both. So you have 3 really cool, very different options. You can choose the IRs per channel. You can still change it via the software if you want your own IRs in there, and you can control that via MIDI, and you can also use this as a preamp if you want to stick to your amplifier's power amp, or just have a separate power amp that you use for monitoring or whatever. It does so much and stays so simple.
Yeah.
It's a really good combination of stuff. You can really tell that Dave is working in the business for pros, making rigs and pedal boards forever, because he just knows what people want to have.
Let's plug it into the power amp of the Rev D20. So we'll be fiddling with the I/O as well, since right now we have a few modulation, delay, reverbs into the effects loop. We'll put them in signal chain order with this one before going into the effects return of the D20. Yeah. That way you'll hear this as a sole preamp. We'll have some other pedals that you'll see on screen if we use them.
After this, basically?
After the IR-X, and then FX return into the Harley Benton cab with Creamback 65 mics?
75.
75.
Speaker,
75 on this side. 65 is the other one.
Yeah.
My bad. Let's do this.
It's my true metal inside coming out.
Finally.
What was that? It's not Halloween. It's help me out. What is that?
Yeah, let us know in the
Gamma
comment. What was
Ray
that riff?
Halloween. One of the old
Gamma Ray?
Something.
Halloween?
I can't remember.
That's okay. Let us know in the comments if you know what kind of riff that was. It's okay. It's okay.
Need to relearn it.
There are some things that we haven't mentioned about the pedal, notably the presence of two little knobberoos on the side of it to help you dial in the amount of boost and gain extra that you're going to get when you boost into respectively channel 1 and channel 2. So there's even more fine control when it comes to that. Do you need it? I think that's just overkill. That's just for real pros because we plugged it in and it was fine. So I think that's just our takeaway from it.
I mean, that chug. Seriously?
It is. It was chunky. It was chunky.
It's no one knows better this modified, perfected British high gain tone than Dave. It's ridiculous. It's crazy.
I'm curious to know how you guys would use it because there's so many routing options. You can do so much, even just with the foot switches. But then if you incorporate it into a MIDI rig or something, like it becomes a really, really good and versatile tube preamp.
Yeah. Plus
option,
ampless solution.
Plus everything. Yeah. It's hard to describe. Like all in one. It's the IR-X.
It's the IR-X.
Let us know in the comments how you would use it. How would you implement it into your rig? Would you? Did you enjoy the sounds today? And all of that good stuff. While you're in the comment section, just above it is a magical button. It's got a little bell next to it. You can click on it. It's free. It helps us a lot feel better about ourselves. And if you do all that, you won't miss out the next video on the channel. And that's it.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.
Thanks so much for watching. See you down there in the comments and in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.